At 23 years old, I was able to make a solo income of 103K, which allowed me to quit this job within 24 months and then now just run this business. And that was due to my inner voice, not the work itself. So here's how you can do the same. If you tell yourself you're a loser, you're going to lower your testosterone, and scientifically, you will be a loser and you'll get loser results. So the key is to change your inner voice, your blabbering monkey brain, to an ape, which at least has some discipline to get through the work, to a full-blown human, specifically do the work that is most effective towards getting you the life that you want. So now, monkey mind to ape mind. So I'm sure you know the situation very well. You go and start to do some work and you think about the goals that you're trying to reach. It looks pretty fucking far away. And you say things like, oh, this is why it won't work. Or, well, what if it fails? Or what if this doesn't work? What if I never get results? What if I'm just wasting my time? And you probably think these are perfectly valid questions. And of course, they are perfectly valid questions because if you never ask what could go wrong and you don't know these things, then you can't avoid the problem. If you can't avoid the problem, you're more likely to run into it, right? So it sounds logical, but let's do an experiment right now. You can pause the video, you can keep going, but I want you to look around your room, in whatever room that you're in, and see how many things are made of plastic. Just count them. Once you got it back, just have that number in your mind and come back here. So now that you have that number in mind, whatever it is, I want you to not look around your room. Don't look around at all. And now think how many things are made of metal. And okay, you can think about it. You probably have some sort of number. But now think about this. If you go and look around your room now and you count how many things are actually metal, your number is probably a lot less because you're looking for plastic. Whatever you look for is what you're going to find. If you ask yourselves questions like, oh, what if I fail? Or what's going to happen? What if I'm wasting my time? You are going to waste your time. You are going to lose. You are going to get distracted. You are going to fail. You are going to get no results. Because you are looking for that path. That's the path that you're always basically convincing yourself to, telling yourself with that monkey mind. So instead, you have to just go one step further and go into the ape mind, which actually solves the problem. So actually gets through it. That is asking, how will I make this work? How can I succeed regardless of this problem? Or if I do fail, what can I try next to still keep moving forward? You can see how that's different. You are now looking for the solution, and inherently, by looking at the solution, you are avoiding the failures, and also you're changing peer failures, like, oh fuck, I got no results, to if this particular solution failed, then oh, what is the next solution that I can do? Inherently avoid distractions, at least give yourself the chance to win. But of course, you know, financial freedom is extremely complex. Almost every single dude in the world wants financial freedom, but as you know, maybe like 1% of those dudes are actually getting financial freedom. Everybody else is still stuck in their 9-to-5, dreaming basically. That complexity of a problem can only be solved by doing a huge number of tasks in the right order at the right time with the right skill set, being the right person at that time, so then you can finally get to it. That is why you need to be able to prioritize effectively. That is where the human mind comes in. And for example, I had someone who is working maybe 5 years as an accountant. He became a very good accountant. Like he got into one of the big firms. He was working there. He was making good money and he was getting promoted and all that. But by the end of like about 5 years, once he's basically mastered the task, he's like, fuck, I hate my life, because he went and achieved something that he didn't even want in the first place, essentially using the ape mind the whole time. And this all could have been avoided with just a few minutes of asking yourself, oh, well, do I actually fucking want to do this? Is this actually aligned to the life that I want to build? And usually you get blinded by money or blinded by what other people say, but here's how you make sure you're not blinded. First, you start with, what exactly do I want my life to look like? So what business should I be running? Or what investment strategy should I be using or trading or building my business in? Or what career do I want to work? Because if you want to build a business, it could be a service business, it could be a SaaS business, it could be in whatever kinds of topics. If you wanted to investment strategy, it could be real estate. It could be like actually investing in founders. It could be doing stock market stuff, or it could be crypto. For a career, and the reason why I say career is different from 9-to-5, because some people genuinely, they don't like to handle the business stuff, like my brother, for example. So a career is a good option. But is that something that you really enjoy crafting your skill in? You decide that, and it's all about enjoyment. And of course, it just has to be a viable model, but it's all about enjoyment first. Once you have that in mind, now use that as your North Star. Every decision, everything that you think of in your entire life should be based off of that. And that's how you actually accurately use your human mind, your human inner voice. So that is now asking, is this really relevant to that North Star. After you do the action and before you do the action, you ask that question, is this purchase relevant? Is this person relevant? Is this environment relevant? Is this particular model that I'm doing right now relevant? Is this particular thing that I'm doing for the model relevant? Is the person that I'm trying to sell for the relevant person? Is the topic that I'm working in actually still relevant? And if you keep this inner voice of the human, completely mastering your inner voice all the time, I literally have no idea how you're not going to get financial freedom, because you're going to adjust your entire life to specifically what is going to get you to your end goal. And of course, maybe you can downgrade, degenerate into the ape a little bit and just kind of get in grind mindset, but you have to at least do that quick sort of reprioritization always first. That is the roadmap. If you want to work with me, if you're actually an ambitious dude in your 20s right now that is genuinely serious about engineering their exit to their 9 to 5, really want true financial freedom, I actually have my entire roadmap of protocols in my free community, which also, of course, has other people that are serious about exiting and you can interact with. If you are that person as well, click the top link in the description to join. And now, the only thing left, even if you have a perfectly mastered inner voice, you have to master your physical self, because if you literally are not physically able to do the work because you're too tired or whatnot, then it's not going to happen. So watch this video right here to fully prepare your body to carry out whatever action that your mind knows is the correct one.